How you going there, guys? We've got a pretty cool product here. Well, I think it's pretty cool. But we have a clip-on screen here, so this is pretty straightforward. This screen is going to clip onto your current rear view mirror, just using the slide downs like that. Now this is like a wireless screen, and then you've got a transmitter here. So you can get 4-pin like camera transmitting from here to here. Now the reason why this can be handy is it can mean, let's say you buy an existing like caravan and it has 4-pin plug on the hitch, which is fairly common. It will look something like that. I don't know if you can see that, sorry. 4-pin plug like that on the hitch. Normally, or what you do is you'd actually run like cable through your car to a screen that either goes on your dash or clips on the rear view mirror. So in this case, instead of doing that, you can just plug this in at your hitch. It does need like power. I will explain that in like a second. Plug it in at your hitch and just install this on your hitch like somewhere. Put this in your car and you'll have a wireless camera feed. So that is one handy actual use case. The other actual use case is you can use like actually any like camera like plugged into here, like 4-pin camera, and it'll give you a wireless like feed. And with the software on the screen, you can actually use like 2 of these like TX boxes, like a transmitter box. So you could have 2 transmitter actual boxes feeding 2 cameras feeds into here. So that first example I was talking about like a caravan, it will save you having to run the actual wire through your car. Or then the other option is like just a caravan from like a wireless like setup to like existing like camera at the back. You can do that. They can even like use for other things like equipment, like tractors or like whatnot. You can like set up 2 wireless cameras and you can have this installed wherever you want. So that's basically a quick overview. How you go about installing this is the TX box looks like this. It's got a pair button on here, because you have to push this pair button to pair it to the actual unit. So you can do that. It's got 2 plugs in here. One's gonna be your 4-pin, so that's gonna head to your camera plug. And your other one here is just a waterproof DC plug. So you're gonna have to give this some sort of power. Now it comes with this DC plug here. You've got about 2 meters of cable on here. This just plugs in here like so. It's a twist like fitting, like that, to twist it on. This will need a power source. What I would suggest doing, and we'll include it as a related product on this page, is you can actually just use our Anderson piggyback cable. So you'll plug the Anderson in, you'll hook these extra wires up to the extra feed coming off the Anderson. You've just got a positive and like a negative there. So you want this to be pretty much like you want this to be to an ACC power source. So it's on when the car's on and that it's off when it's off. You could also take it off the trailer plug if you wanted to. It has a draw of like under 1 amp, so you're going to be fine. It's a point like something of an amp. So you can hook it up those 2 ways, either piggyback off the Anderson or off your trailer plug. So camera into the 4-pin, power into there, has a small little antenna on here that just screws on like so. Range on these things are pretty good. I don't think anyone will have too many issues. They are pretty grunty. If you do, it's a bit unknown. Like sometimes people do say there's a big actual water tank in the way, and water's a great blocker of the actual signals. But majority of the time it's all going to be okay. This is actually waterproof and all good to be outside. So how you mount this is up to you. You can put it around the A-frame. You can steel zip tie it on, or you could screw it onto your toolboxes out the front, or however you want. If it's a different piece of equipment, you've obviously got 4 mounting brackets there. So that is how you can mount it. It's about size. We'll put size on the product page. But it's probably almost 10 centimeters by, I don't know, 7 centimeters and probably 2 centimeters thick, so it isn't too big. So that's the camera transmitting side taken care of. And on the camera end here, you have the camera here. I've just hooked it up here just to show an example. But when you go to power that up, what you're going to get in the kit is this power cord here that runs down here. You're talking about 1.4 meters maybe, actually roughly. You got a DC power source, it looks like this, another waterproof one. In the kit we include a cigarette plug, so you can just plug that into there, and that's all you need to do, and that will power the unit up. So you can actually, all these extra wires on here, you can actually either chop off or tape up and cover, because you're not going to need them if you're just using this. We'll also include in the kit just a hardwire DC power plug, so you can run it tidy around if you want to have it looking a bit actually like tidier, and so you can easily just pull this off and throw it in the glove box when you want to. Two options, that'll put power on the screen. These other cables here, most users won't need them. This software on here can take up to two cameras, so two TXs can feed it into here. It actually also has like a 64 gig SD card in the side here that just pops out like so. So it's actually recording the footage on here, which can be handy if you ever need that footage for anything, or if you don't want it to happen, you can pull the SD card out or actually turn the recording off in the settings, up to you. It's just a feature we put in there. The wires here, you've got a trigger 1 and a trigger 2 wire. So all these are going to do, if you are using these in a different setup, for example, like maybe they're on a different commercial vehicle and you just want it to always show a certain screen. If you put power to any one of these, it'll show screen 1 or screen 2 on the actual monitor, and that could be camera 1 and camera 2. For example, if you always have power on here, then actually nothing can be done on the screen, and it kind of locks the screen out so the operator can't use it. More of a commercial and environment. For personal use, you're obviously not going to worry about that. And you've also got some audio feed wires that majority of you won't be using, so don't worry about those. So main thing to do is power it up. So it's all powered up, and you can see that's what you'll be seeing. I've just used a camera here just to show what would actually happen. So with a camera, with the screen hooked up, the camera and the receiver all running, it's a pulling 0.7 amps, so it shows you quite low power usage. Come over here and I'll show you what I've done. Hey guys, so you've got this here. When you first get it, you've got to pair this to that. You can have up to 2 of these, but the pairing process is the same. We're going to push the M button on here. The first one here is pairing. You push the V1, V2 button. Takes you into pairing mode, and then you actually just click and hold the pair button on here. The pairing icon will start to flash like it's paired to channel 1. So then press the channel 2 and do the same process again to pair the next one. So that is how you pair the system. Now, we're going to carry on this video into sort of all the settings on the actual unit. So on here, there isn't too much going on. You've got power and pairing lights, pair button, that's all done. On here, you can use the arrows to scroll through all different cameras. You can see camera 4, camera 3, camera 2, camera 1. This software with these TXs, you can only take up to 2 cameras, so you can only go 2. If you press the V1, V2, they're going to take you into split screen mode, quad view mode. Again, when you're in split screen mode, you can see what I can see here. I'll put it in split screen, you'll see what I mean. You obviously squish the screen, so something to be wary of. That is that. Your on/off button will turn the unit on and off. There's a sensor light up here if you want to actually set it for darkness. And then we can come into the menu by pushing the M button. First one was pairing. If we go through our next one, we've got to push V1, V2 to go into it. You can set your sort of screen brightness, etc. M takes you backwards. Down again, go to the next one. This gives you the option to flip the actual cameras, so you can actually flip them horizontally and vertically, so every single way. So if the camera is installed the wrong way around, you can flick it. This just gives you the option of how you can see the screen. Again, majority of you are actually using this. You can only take 2, so split is really your only option there. So settings, you can set the time, power in first, and you can put night and day mode on and off. That's just going to dim your screen for you. This here is just cycle, so you can cycle through all the extra camera feeds if you wanted. You could show camera the 1 for 15 seconds, then go to camera 2 for 15 seconds, and it'll just keep on cycling between your 2 camera feeds. Can be a useful option for some people, especially on some sort of equipment. Here you've got your reverse line. You can turn them on or off or adjust them. If you want to have those reverse tracking lines showing up, again, up to you if you want to have those. M to go back. Then we're into recording mode on. So if you don't want to record, you can turn that off. If you do want to actually like so come into something, you just click the V1, V2, and you can see I can change it here. And then once I'm happy with the setting, I can press the M button to go back. This here means it's going to keep on looping the actual footage and just overriding it, which is fine. And then if we come into here, you can actually go and view the previous footage. Majority of people, you will probably find, if you did want to play back actual footage, you'd probably take the SD card out and put it in a computer or something. But that just shows that feature exists. And that is basically all your settings and features and how to pair it up.